Good morning, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Today we're going to start a new lesson. So I want you to open your pupil's book, page 77. Page 77. It's Unit 8, Lesson 2. So our lesson today is a grammar lesson. At first, I want you to look at this picture. Let's describe what we are looking at. So, I can see Lou and Mia, and here's their ferret. And this costume, people wear this costume when they go on safari, and this kind of cars. So they are going on safari because of their clothes. And here's a lion. So they are on safari. They are in the jungle. So as we mentioned in the previous class, in this unit we will look at Kenya. So people go on safari when they visit Kenya or South Africa. So let's start our lesson and let's see what Lou and Mia are doing. I'm going to start to read the text. Please concentrate and follow me. Where are Lou and Mia going? So, where are Lou and Mia going? I'm going to start. The guide. Do you want to go on safari today? Mia? Yes, please. Can Fuzzy come? Guide? Yes, but he has to sit quietly. He can't run around. The animals will feel scared. Also, you can't bring any food. The animals will smell it. Mia? Okay. Do you hear that, Fuzzy? Lou? Well, we see a rhino. Guide? I don't know. There aren't many rhinos. You have to wait patiently and watch carefully. You will probably see elephants and lions. Lou, look, a lion. It's in the long grass. Guide, shh, you can't speak loudly. Mia, where is it? I don't see it clearly. So this is a conversation between Lou, Mia, and the guide. The guide is the person that helps them when they are on the safari. So there are some rules they have to follow when they go on safari. At first, I want to remind you of Fuzzy. Fuzzy is the name of the ferret. The ferret's name is Fuzzy. Of course, you remember. So I'm going to read it one more time and let's discuss it. The guide, do you want to go on safari today? So safari is it's a journey through the jungle to see the animals or the wild animals closely. Mia answered yes. Can Fuzzy come? She wanted to ask the guide or to get permission if she can bring Fuzzy with her. The guy didn't mind, so he said yes, but he has to sit quietly. So Fuzzy should sit quietly. And it doesn't have to make noise. So Fuzzy has to sit quietly. He can't run around. The animals will feel scared. So why does Fuzzy have to stay quiet, or why can't it run around? Because it will scare the animals. Also, you can't bring any food. So when you go on a safari, or when Mia and Lou go to on a safari, they can't take any food with them because the animals will smell it. Animals will smell the food. Mia asked or said, okay, did you hear that, Fuzzy? So she replied to Fuzzy, or she said to Fuzzy that it has to sit quietly and they can't bring food with them. Lou, will we see Rhino? Lou asked if they will see Rhino. The guide said, I don't know. There aren't many rhinos. And if you remember, in the previous class, we said that the rhinos are endangered. There aren't many rhinos around the world. So that's why they don't know if they will, or the guide doesn't know if he will show them the rhino, because there aren't many rhinos around the world. The rhino is an endangered animal. You have to wait patiently and to watch carefully. They should be patient and they should be careful and to look and to watch carefully. You will probably see elephants and lions. So of course, in the jungle or when they go on safari, they will see some of the wild animals, but they will see lions and elephants. And Lou said, look, a lion. It is in the long grass. The lion here, maybe it's hiding in the long grass. The guide said, shh, you can't speak loudly. So this is another rule. When you go on a safari, you can't speak loudly. Mia asked, where is it? I don't see it clearly. Mia didn't see the lion clearly because Fuzzy, maybe it felt scared. It sat on her head. That's the reason why Mia didn't see the lion. So, if you noticed something, we are talking about rules. How can I form the rules? Let's discover the grammar. Read activity 1 again. This is activity number 1. Circle a sentence with has to and have to. Underline a sentence with can't. Let's scan the text one more time. So remember, we should circle the sentences that have has to and have to, and underline the sentence which has can't. Let's start. Do you want to go on safari today? Yes, please. Can Fuzzy come? Yes, but he has to sit quietly. So this is the sentence. It should be circled. So circle the sentence. He has to sit quietly. He can't run around. Here we have can't. So underline the sentence. He can't run around. The animals will feel scared. Also, you can't bring any food. Another sentence with can't. The animals will smell it. Okay, did you hear that, Fuzzy? Will we see rhino? A rhino? I don't know. There aren't many rhinos. You have to wait patiently. So circle the sentence. You have to wait patiently. And watch carefully. You will probably see elephants and lions. Look, a lion. It is in the long grass. Shh, you can't speak loudly. Where is it? I don't see it clearly. So here are the sentences that have has to and have to and can't. Let's go to number B. We use has to and have to and can't to talk about rules. So this is the function of using have to, has to, and can't to talk about rules and permission. Look at the examples. You have to be quiet. You can't run. If you notice something, when we use have to or has to, it should be followed with a base form or an infinitive verb, verb 1. You can't run. Also, can't should be followed with an infinitive, verb 1. Do we use to after can't? Of course not. We don't use to after can't. So, let's write some of the rules. I'm going to write them here in the sticky note. Has to and have to. When do we use has to and have to? So, we use has to and have to talk about obligation. Something you should be careful with. Things that are necessary to do. Things are necessary to do. So this is the first one. We use has to and have to talk about obligation. What do we mean by obligation? It means things are necessary to do. Things that we should do. For example, you have to be quiet in the class. This is a necessary thing. She has to wake up early. It's necessary. I have to sleep early. This is an obligation. So, and now let's move to can't. When do we use can't? Can't is used to talk about abilities. Things we can do. For example, I can't shout in the class. I can't cross the road when the lights are green. So this is the difference between has to, have to, and can't. And remember, we use have to and has to talk about obligation, and has to is for the singular subject, have to is for the plural subject, can't with all the plural and the singular subjects. I'll send you another explanation, but today I'm going to give you a brief explanation about this rule. So, after we read the text, let's read the circled sentences and the underlined sentences. Let's start with this one. He has to sit quietly. We used has to because the subject is singular. So he has to, she has to, it has to. And the verb sit, it should be verb 1, an infinitive verb. Let's move to the another one. He can't run around. Can't also should be followed with verb 1. You can't bring any food. If you noticed that we use can't with singular and plural subject. He is singular, you is plural. Another time, or one more time, we use can't with singular and plural subjects. Singular and plural subject. And can't should be followed with verb 1. Look at these verbs, run and bring. They are in the base form. You have to wait patiently. Here we used have because the subject is plural. You is plural. So this is the function of using have to and has to. Has to and have to, we use them with things that are necessary to do. Can't to talk about abilities and permission. And permission. And permission. So let's move to the next activity. Complete the safari park rules. Let's start with the first one. You quietly. You have to sit quietly. As Fuzzy here, he has to sit quietly. I mentioned that. He is singular, that's why we used has to. And here we have you. You have to. So you have to sit quietly. The second one, you, any food. So you can't bring. You can't bring any food. You can't bring any food. Number 3, you around. You can't run around. You to see the animals. So you have to wait patiently. You have to wait patiently to see the animals. The last one, you can't speak loudly. You can't speak loudly. So here are the rules when you go on a safari. Let's read them one more time. Number 1, you have to sit quietly. Number 2, you can't bring any food. Number 3, you can't run around. And number 4, you have to wait patiently to see the animals. Number 5, you can't speak loudly. Here are the rules of or the rules when you go on safari. This is our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to send you the notes. Don't worry. And I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.